Hi, my name's Bill MacPhee. I'm the CEO of MacPhee Media Inc., your partner in mental wellness. Today we had a question from Carol. Carol tells me that her son has been diagnosed with schizophrenia for about a year now, and yet her family, even her grandmother, has basically disowned and will not talk or support her son. She feels all alone and doesn't understand why her family treats her this way. Let me start by saying that a sense of belonging is really key in everybody's life. That's the purpose of a family, and the goals of parents and the goals of a family is to create a sense of belonging within their family. Now, obviously, this person with schizophrenia is going through a hard time, and yet her family, she says, is disowning him. Well, that has a lot to do with stigma. And unfortunately, we can't pick our family members. We can choose our friends, but this has gone with stigma. And I just want to tell Carol that stigma is that all families go through. When people are struck with schizophrenia, mental illness, bipolar, depression, friends kind of scatter. And that is one thing in common that early on in illnesses is that our friends drop away and they disown us, not necessarily because of anything bad or negative. It's just because they really don't understand the illness and mental illnesses, and people are fearful of things that we don't understand. And that's why education is so important. Education about mental illness, education about behaviors, why people act the way they do. And so, Carol, I'd just like to let you know, and I feel that your family just needs to be educated because they're fearful and they don't understand mental illness. And one of the ways about that is education. Education is so important. I look at schizophrenia as my enemy. And just like today, we're at war. Both in Canada, we have troops in Afghanistan, and the U.S. is in war with Afghanistan and that. And the thing is that if we have an enemy, we want to know everything about our enemy. We want to know their military. We want to know their air force, their nuclear power, their naval power. And as schizophrenia as my enemy, I want to learn all I can about it so I can fight my enemy. And so, Carol, I just want to urge you not to plug our magazine or anything like that, but we do publish SZ Magazine, which is a very helpful resource for people dealing with schizophrenia. We also have electronic newsletters on depression and bipolar, as well as schizophrenia. And we also have DVDs. I did a DVD called Living with Schizophrenia. And I think that if you could share some of these resources with your family members, perhaps they'll come around and have a more understanding on mental illness and more be able to relate to your son. Because, like I said, the goal of a family, a goal of any unit, is to create a sense of belonging. So, if you have a question for me, just email me at bmcphee@magpiemags.com, and look forward to talking to you tomorrow with another question.